Hey, it's Emily and this is my February book haul. So despite, once again, still being on a book buying ban, I managed to acquire a couple books in February. Not too many, but and I have valid reasons for all of them, in my opinion. But yeah, I managed to haul 7 books in February, which is quite a lot for being on a book buying ban. Hence the video, like I justified filming a haul for it. But I've done worse. I sold one. Does that count? Does that balance it out? So I managed to haul, I think, 3 books from Vinted. One I took to Waterstones and exchanged because I had a double from Christmas. And the other 3 I bought in Waterstones on a day out in London that I had, because I had book tokens left over from Christmas still, and I thought, why not? Just while I'm in London, while I'm in the Piccadilly Waterstones, why not just nip in and get it? Actually, I think one was actually from Foyles in London. Anyway, that's the breakdown. 3 Vinted, 3 London shopping and 1 exchange. So I think with that, let's jump on in to the books that I bought. So the one book that I exchanged, I had 2 copies of Autumn Chills. So I took one back and swapped it for another Agatha Christie hardback, and I got the 450 from Paddington. I haven't actually read this yet, but I do want all of the special hardback editions. So when I saw it, and it's the same price, it's literally just a straight swap, I thought, why not do it? Because after this now, I only have the ABC Murders, I think, left to collect in the hardback editions. So very happy with that. And it technically didn't cost me anything because I got given the extra Autumn Chills. So I just swapped it. Didn't spend anything. So that's a win. And it's already on my TBR, so it doesn't increase my TBR numbers by anything because I've already got the paperback here somewhere, this one, so it was already on there. Didn't increase my TBR and didn't spend anything, so I think that counts. That's allowed on a book buying ban. So you can probably guess what shelf it came from. Let's just get the other Agatha Christie books out the way first. The next 3 I did get on Vinted because, as you can see, I have all the old paperbacks with the moustache on. They have gone out of print and I had 3 left. No, 4 left, sorry. 4 left because I still need 1 more. And I've been searching, hunting on Vinted for nice editions of these books that match, and it's been harder than I thought, but then they all kind of came at once, like they all appeared at once, so I bought them. These technically came from my Vinted balance that I'd built up from selling on there, so I didn't pay for it out of my pocket, but I'll go through how much they were on Vinted as well. So the first one that I got was Hercule Poirot's Christmas. I already had this one, but it was in the mass market size, so it was like shorter and didn't have the moustache on the spine, so it didn't match and just looked weird. So I've unhauled that one now and got a nice edition. But yeah, I have already read this one, so this also didn't add to my TBR, and I wanted the entire matching collection anyway, so I was going to haul them whenever they popped up on Vinted. It just so happens that it was during a book buying ban. So this was listed on Vinted for £2.50, which was the most expensive of the 3, and it is probably in the best condition out of the 3. But for £3.50, these books were selling for £9 before they stopped being printed, so I guess £2.50 is still a discount, and even with the postage on top of that, it wasn't as much as how it would have cost new. So that's the first one. So the next one I spent £1.50 on for my Vinted balance. It's probably the worst condition out of the 3, and I will probably keep my open for another edition just because it's not the best condition. It didn't arrive as nice as I thought it would, but at least I've got it, and that is The Adventures of the Christmas Pudding, another Christmas themed one. But like you see, the spine is heavily cracked and it's just a bit stained, but I have it on my shelves. But like I said, I'll probably keep an eye out for another edition if I come across one, but I have it and it was £1.50, so. And then the second one, the third one, the final one, is Curtain, which is, funny enough, the final book out of the Poirot books. This was £1 on Vinted. It's in really, really good condition. It's just had a sticker that didn't quite make it off on the back. So very happy with this one, but I am literally not going to read it until I've read all the other Poirots, because it is literally his last. It's the last one and I can't part with him yet. But yeah, so those were 3 Poirot books that I got on Vinted. So the last 3 books that I have here are from when I went to London and stopped into Waterstones and Foyles. They were kind of books I wanted to buy anyway, and when I had the vouchers, I thought, why not? Because it wasn't my own money. I could treat myself. So the first one is once again Agatha Christie, so I'm really sorry. I promise not all these books are Agatha Christie. But I got Come Tell Me How You Live. I struggled to say that. But this is a non-fiction. It's her sort of memoir about living on the archaeological digs. If you didn't know, Agatha Christie met her second husband at an archaeological dig, and she helped fund his digs when they got married, and she would often go out with him, be there on the digs. She'd write in the day and just get involved in the digs outside of writing. So she was very involved in archaeology. So this is her sort of memoir about the times when she went out on the dig, because she said that she, like, I read the introduction and she says how everyone always asks her, were you living in tents? How are you living? So this is her kind of book to explain her experiences while on these digs. And there's lots of pictures throughout, so I'm looking forward to flicking through and just reading this. The next one I had actually seen when I was last in Waterstones, and I put it on my wish list, and then when I went back with the vouchers I thought, yeah, let's just buy it. And that is The Old Woman with the Knife. So this is translated from Korean. It's a South Korean author, and it follows this old lady. Well, she's an older lady. She's not old. She's 65 and she's still an assassin, like a hitwoman. And it's kind of her wanting to retire, I believe. But like I said, I love assassins, and I think this is going to be quite a high-paced book. I really liked The Plotters, which is a Korean assassin book. I believe it was Korean. And this is quite short, like the font is quite big and it's nice and floppy. I couldn't leave it behind. So yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping into this. So I'll just read you the back. It says, Hornclaw is a 65-year-old female contract killer who is considering retirement. But while on an assassination job for the disease control company she works for, Hornclaw makes an uncharacteristic error, causing a sequence of events that brings her past well and truly into the present. Threatened with sabotage by a young male upstart, and battling new desires and urges when she least expects them, Hornclaw steels her resolve, demonstrating that no matter the age, the female of the species is always more deadlier than the male. I can't wait to read this. I really want to read this very soon. This sounds exactly right up my street. And then finally, the third book in this haul, the third book in this kind of section, the last book in this haul, is The Talented Mr. Ripley by Patricia Highsmith. I haven't seen the movie. I know it's got Matt Damon in. This, I believe, also has like hitmen in. I don't know. I don't really know much, but I kind of finally heard the description, the blurb, recently, and I thought, actually, yeah, that is something I really want to read. For some reason, right, I don't know if he can play the piano in this book, but in my mind, my parents had the DVD, and I always associated it being about just a piano player, and like that was the reason he was talented. Like, it was literally just him being a piano player, a pianist, that's the word. And then when I actually found out what it's actually about, I was like, you know what, I want to read those books. It says, Tom Ripley is struggling to stay one step ahead of his creditors and the law when an unexpected acquaintance offers him a free trip to Europe and a chance to start over. Ripley wants money, success, and the good life, and is willing to kill for it. When his newfound happiness is threatened, his response is as swift as it is shocking. So definitely want to read this, and then I can watch my parents' DVD and can watch the movie, because I definitely want to read it before watching it. But I was just intrigued by the whole plot of this, and when I realised it was nothing like what I thought it was, documenting the life of a pianist. I don't know where I got that from. Maybe he does play the piano in this. I don't know. But I'm very intrigued. I've seen these like matte covers, and there's also, I didn't realise it was a whole series as well, so we'll definitely have to get those if I enjoy the first one. So that kind of brings me to the end of this haul. So these are the 7 books that I acquired in February. Not too bad, but for a book buying ban, I think the bottom ones I was going to get anyway, and these were with book tokens. I didn't really spend any real money this month, just like from my Vinted balance and book token, so I think it's fine. I'm just excited to read the majority of these and to nearly complete my Poirot collection with the moustaches on. So just one more to go, which is Poirot's Early Cases. Apologies for this being very Agatha Christie heavy. If you didn't know, she is my favourite. I would imagine I won't be hauling as many anymore because I've pretty much got them all now. I'm very happy with this stack, and yeah, that's all I have to say really. So thank you very much for watching. I was going to say, if you got to the end, leave a knife emoji. Is that too... There is a knife, isn't there? If there is, leave that. But yeah, please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you soon with a brand new video. Bye.